Yes. Anyhow, I'm just doing a video. I started working, so I can tell when I'm working. I'm not as effective at videos. I can't do as many, of course. And then when I do videos, I'm like half out of it. And I haven't worked on the storyboard in a while. Yeah, the last part is going to be the hardest. Because it feels like it's when I'm working on the post event part of the storyboard, it feels like it's kind of like it's not really I don't know how to explain it because I'm half out of it right now, but it's not like doing the post event is going to be the least entertaining. And it's going to feel like these are just trivial details, and it's going to feel like that to anybody that would view it. That's what I anticipate. Although I don't believe that that's the case. That's why I'm doing the post event. It just, I get the sense that it's not going to be as, it's just going to be a lot of more kind of seemingly boring details. But I could be wrong. I don't think it's boring. I think this shit's like really funny and entertaining and totally crazy. Like, it's insane. But so anyway, so I've been kind of putting that off because I personally feel like it's almost a waste of time to do the post event, and I'm not sure why that is. It's kind of like sometimes, well, usually when I read a book, if I like the book, I'll continue reading it. And no matter how much I like the book, once I reach the end of the book, where it's like the last 10 or 20 pages, no matter how good the book is, I just start to lose interest in finishing the book, where it's like, yeah, I've already read, 95% of the book. I've only got 20 pages left. What's the point? So it's kind of like that with the post event. It's like, what's the point? But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it no matter how much people don't like it, no matter how much I don't like it. I'm going to finish the post event. And then I'm thinking about, actually, with the storyboard, I'm seriously considering writing a book, just because it's easy to do that now. I don't know if people realize how easy it is to get a book published now, especially with Amazon and shit. Again, I wouldn't do it for money. I don't think it would sell anyways, but it wouldn't be for money or anything like that. And if I could use a fake name, I would, just because I don't have any interest in getting any kind of anything out of the book, except for just there to actually be the book is like available. I think would be funny, and I would definitely buy at least one copy and I would read it too. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do a book just for fun, just so that I could say I've done a book, and I think it would be good. If I would find it good, if no one else, I would probably. So I'm seriously considering, because it's so easy now to do a book. Like, they have that AI kind of program shit where you just put feed the audio, and then it types it up for you. So I don't have to type it up or nothing. But anyways, yeah, I'm just doing a video just to do one. I haven't actually, I'm going to talk about this idea I have. Actually, why don't I go into this? So I got to be to work in 15 fucking minutes. I want to go into this a little bit. So I got this buddy, right? And the other night I was over there and we hung out for a couple hours, and he was telling me all these stories, right? Of all this crazy shit that he's done in his life. And I was like, wow, this is fucking cool. Like, he used to race quads, and he won like first place several years in a row, and he competed with and he's telling me these stories about like that, and just all this amazing shit that he'd done in his life, right? And so he's telling me all these stories, and he's showing me like, pictures and articles and magazines that he was in and all this shit. And I was like, wow, I didn't really know that about him. Not that it matters either way, but it was just it was really interesting to me. And he has a lot of crazy stories. And then about an hour or so into telling these different stories, he made a funny comment. He's like, dude, I used to be somebody, man. I used to be. And I just started laughing. I was like, yeah. And because I think we all know that feeling. Like, we all experience these things in our life and do accomplish these things, and then nobody ever really knows. We never get credit or whatever. And it's, that's just part of life. But it's just crazy. And I've felt that too. Like, I used to, almost like that sense of like I used to be somebody, and so I think what I want to do, I'm gonna do a video if I get a chance, where I just and I only have 4 subscribers, so it's like whatever. And who knows how many people would even watch it or care, but that's okay. But I'm going to take like videos of bands I've played in and show, and then talk about, do kind of a, commentary. So I'll pull up a video of a band I'm playing in, and play a section of it, and then just talk about my experience and play, and then have and just go through all these different crazy things in my life, And, another thing about it that's really crazy is like you have, see, and this happens to all of us, I'm sure, but for me, especially during the event, when the event took place, it was so crazy because this person, my Psycho X, has never accomplished anything in her life. Like, she's always only worked at McDonald's, like super boring person, right? And when the event happened and everything, she was peacocking around the internet on Facebook and all this. Like, she is just hot shit. She's never accomplished anything in her life. And then I was just like looking at this, like, how is it that this person who's never accomplished anything is peacocking all over Facebook like they're super hot shit because of what happened with me and her? And you look at her and who her friends are and what she's accomplished, and it's obvious she's a total piece of shit. And then you look at me and like who my friends are, who my associates are, and what I've accomplished, and you compare the two, and it's just like a night and day difference. I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. What I'm saying is, like, people that are complete loser, like pieces of shit, are somehow able to fool others into thinking that there's something great when if you were to actually look at them, they suck. And then at the same time, they'll be trying to talk a bunch of shit about another person, like my Psycho X was me. And if you were to look at who I am, what I've accomplished, and who my associates are, like, I've actually done shit, meaningful shit, real shit. I actually have relationships with real people who are meaningful people that have done real meaningful shit. And like, it's just unbelievable how a dumb, useless, like, just NPC worthless person can deceive large groups of people into thinking that they're hot shit when they've never done anything. And at the same time, they can character assassinate another person who has actually accomplished a lot and has lived a meaningful life, and pull all this off. And it's because people are just so dumb and dense and just kind of like apathetic, and they don't really care to investigate into anything. They just kind of passively consume whatever is in front of them and just believe it, whatever, without even looking into it. So I want to do a video where I just show like the different accomplishments I've done. Because like I said, it was so funny. My buddy, I mean, he's cool. He's not like a loser. Now he's in my eyes, he's very successful in a lot of ways. But he was telling me all these crazy stories of all this insane shit he's done. He's had articles written on him in fucking Harley Davidson magazines and all this crazy shit he's done. And I never knew. And I've known him for like 3 or 4 years. And when he's telling me all this, I was just like, it was very entertaining listening to him. I was like, wow, no shit, for real. And then when he said that, he goes, dude, I used to be somebody. I just started laughing and I think we all know that feeling where it's like, we do things, meaningful shit, and we never get any credit for it, which is fine, but it's just crazy how that works. So anyways, that's probably going to be my next video, but I got to get to work, so see you, boys.